Hi, this is Jim with ProfitTrading.com. We're going to take a look at some stocks. Now, like I've been saying on some of my past videos here the last few weeks, I really think a top's coming in the market. And like I keep saying, of course, nobody knows for sure, but I'm getting more confident day by day that this thing, a top is coming in. This is the SPY, S&P 500 ETF. This goes back to 2000, the year 2000. This top was in 07, and then this top is coming in right now, and that's overhead resistance there. And chances of that breaking through there are pretty slim, and I think this market is heading lower. So the S&P is at major resistance. Now here's one thing to think about. If it was going to break through that, stocks in general should be bullish right now if it was going to break through that resistance, but you got all the big names breaking down right now. So that just says that they're finding resistance, and the people that are looking at what we're looking at right here on this chart, what we just looked at, they're selling into it. Institutions, anybody with a lot of money in stocks that is thinking ahead of the game is bailing out right now. So I mean, don't get left holding the bag. If you're trading stocks, if you're holding stocks, I'd be extremely careful at the very least right now. Um, Qs, that's making a lower high. These lower highs are extremely bearish. I mean, it can't make a new high. Now that doesn't mean next week it might not make a new high, and that would I'd still be bearish because the new high is going to come in on a bearish divergence. So Qs is shaping up. The Qs is the Nasdaq. It's making this is a weekly chart. It's making a lower high here, and this just kind of just sloppy. This rally since October 2012 has just been terribly slow moving. That just says that a lot of selling's going on during this rally, and it's just doing it everything it can to get to the high, to the last high, and it just isn't going to probably even make it there. So when the sellers take over, it's going to be in a big way. Matter of fact, it's happening right now. Um, let's see. I had the DIA diamonds on here. Again, if you looked at the S&P on that last chart, the S&P is almost came up to the last high. The Dow is not making it up there. That's a bearish divergence. This looks like kind of a head and shoulders top here. I mean, a break of this trend line is going to be extremely bearish for the Dow. Let's see, we can put a monthly chart on that. But this is just this is not a good picture for stocks right now. We made a new price high, but if we put some divergence indicators on there like stochastics, I'm sure there's some bearish divergence in that new price high, but that isn't even the point right now. The point is more just the fact that I'm not going to spend too much time on that, but we could find some momentum divergences in that. But really the point is we're in the new all-time ground, and I mean, people are going to be selling. Let's look at what's going on in some stocks now. Apple broke this resistance, coming up. It's testing this breakaway. This past support is now resistance, and this will probably head lower. I mean, think about this. People had a fortune invested in Apple, and this thing, again, people, when it started collapsing, they thought eventually it's going to start going up. This thing is just heading lower. And look at the volume right here. Now this was an up day, but that's still sellers coming into the market. And when it's in a trend like this is people selling it, even though the bar moved up. ALXN looks like it's making a lower high. This was a big mover in the last big bull cycle we had. I mean, we got up to like $120 a share. That's at 99, and this stock's going to probably break lower from here. Amazon, look at this day today in Amazon, minus almost $20 a share. Look at that volume. The leaders are breaking down, there's no doubt about it. I mean, Amazon's a leader. This thing's toast. It's just going to break through this support line in its history. This is one we'll probably be short next week in my premium newsletter. I'm trying to not get too much going at once. We're short a couple, and I'm going to wait and make sure the market breaks down. BIDU, that was a big stock in the last bull cycle. Let's see what, here's a monthly chart of that. That was up to like $160 a share, and it's broken down. It's daily chart. When it does this, when it kind of comes up and then just all of a sudden collapses on big volume, there's just the sellers are just selling this thing like crazy. Coinstar, CSTR, came up, tried to make a new high and got slammed lower today. I mean, it opened up and got slammed on big volume. DECK, this is just a monthly chart here. This is just a counter trend rally. It made the top, made the big move down, made a little counter trend correction, probably short covering, and now this thing is heading lower. Look at what it did today. Just collapsed. Strong volume. I mean, when these collapse like this, it's just the sellers taking over. Dell collapsed. We could just keep going on and on. Goog, these are the big names. Goog made the first move down. This is probably a counter trend rally. I expect it to head lower. IBM collapsed. Big volume. Again, when the big names are collapsing and we're right at a big major resistance level, that's a big warning sign. That's saying it's not going to make it through the resistance. Intuitive Surgical, this has been a big name. This is up to like $500. This is a monthly chart. Basically, it's making a lower high. Lower highs are bearish. I grabbed something wrong there. Lower highs are bearish, and then it's gonna break this support and it's just gonna collapse. I mean, you can just see it coming, and it already is collapsing on the daily chart. Okay, Starbucks. Now some of these you got to kind of look at. This is making a new high, but just this right here, that's like a 3-bar reversal, big volume. The sellers are coming into this stock today. I mean, this one, I'll bet you Starbucks Monday or Tuesday is down $4, $5, $6 a share. STX, this was a big one in the last rally. This is one of the most highly ranked stocks. Came up, tried to make a new high, didn't quite make it. And see, even just that just didn't make it by just maybe like 20 cents, but that's important information. That's saying the stock cannot go up and make a new high. And then look at that reversal bar, and this is a very bearish bar here. So I think that's heading lower. Visa, same thing, couldn't make a new high. Came down, that's the first move down. They come back up and test. It found supply here, which is sellers coming in, and today's a bearish bar, and I think this one's going to have a big down bar next week. So I'm going to wrap it up. I'm extremely bearish on stocks. I mean, I wish I could say different, but that's just what I see right now, and I would be really careful. Now, we're going to be selling in my premium commodity or premium stock newsletter, sorry. So if you're interested in the premium stock newsletter, mentoring, I'm still selling those at the lower prices. The prices are going to be raised as soon as I can get the stuff done that needs to be done. So I'm still selling them at the dirt cheap price. So I would get into those if I was you. I mean, I think I can get you some good trades. I think I can teach you how to trade, and I think this is a big opportunity in stocks on the downside. So thanks for listening to my video. This is Jim with ProfitTrading.com.